This is another final revision sheet, final revision class, I'm sorry. And today I'm going to go through some samples of A-star writing, and I'm going to just do some explanations while I'm reading them, okay? I might ask you, Hagar, some people to read some parts of the samples that we will show right now, okay? By the end of the class, I'm just going to send the class notes like this worksheet, which is, as I said, abridged. So those people who were with me yesterday in the revision, okay, they have got the complete version, but this one is a very abridged one. You got it? So let us start. Hello, sir. I was absent for the past two. I know يا مهند. I know يا مهند. Okay. Inshallah today, please, and عايز الناس لو سمحتوا, please concentrate. And today we're going to go for some expressions that you need to master because you definitely write in the exam. Are you ready? Let us start now. Hi, ya Omar. Okay, so let us start first with the email writing, okay? Is it clear? Type. And with the email writing, I'm going to start here with Ya Muhammad Fahmi. I'm going to start with, and I don't need to repeat myself. We said personalization, ya shabab. That's what you need to think of when you write an email writing. Somebody was just asking me how many pieces of personalization should what? Should ليه يا عمر يا حبيبي لا لا إن شاء الله you will do a very good job, don't worry, okay? طيب. Of course, personalization, as I said, as much as you can, you need to what to personalize. What is personalization? We said you need to show connection between you and the person that you are writing to. Some examples of personalization are here, okay? Maybe that's in the descriptive emails. Like, for example, you will be glad to know, it's here, ya shabab. You will be glad to know there is a fitness center near where you live, or I live, so we can work out in the gym anytime. You can say, I'm sure you will get on really well with my brother. And look at this one here, as you can see here, get on really well with, which is what? Which is a phrasal verb, which is a good one, And I know you will love my mom's cooking. I mean, these things add a lot to your writing, of course. Wait until you taste my mother's cooking. You will never want to go home. كلها دي يا شباب حاجات حلوة قوي. It adds interest to your writing. Wait until you meet my physics teacher, and then you add support. Whatever the support is, it could be funny, it could be, hilarious, that's fine. You will really enjoy not having to walk to school in the morning. I can't wait till you meet my friends. I can't wait till you get here. As you know, of course, and then I know you enjoy sightseeing. I know how much you are into music. My sister adores pizza just like you. At the weekends, I'm quite lazy as usual. These are يا شباب personalizing phrases. لما رحنا عند narrative emails, in narrative emails يا شباب, you can use also other whatever personalizing phrases, like what? You still remember, needless to tell you, need I tell you? You understand what I mean? And then when it comes to narrative and even descriptive narrative, you can say, I wish you had been there. I know that you should have kept a cool head. It's a pity that you weren't there. You understand what I mean? These add a lot to what? To your writing, okay? وقلنا يا شباب, those people who have got a problem writing a good introduction, we need to what? To memorize 2-3 pieces of introductions. It would help a lot. فعندي هنا مثلا يا مهند, would you read this sample please? Go ahead. It was lovely to get your email. Go ahead, please.
It was lovely to get your email yesterday and to hear that you're coming to stay. I thought I'd drop you a line to give you some idea about life over here.
Okay, so I thought I'd drop you a line. You can write it. You can write it in many email writings to give you some idea about life here. Or, يلا Muhammad, the other one, please. Go ahead.
I could barely
barely.
contain myself over here since you told me you're coming. And yes, I've already ordered my thoughts on what we'll do together. Need to hear more?
Okay, look at this one. The ones that I highlighted. By the way, you can put it in any kind of what email on one condition, provided that it is convenient. You got the point? عشان ما تحسش ان ايه لا ده انت you are off point. You got the point. So you need to what? To study expressions like what? I could barely contain myself. يعني I couldn't believe it. You understand what I mean? Over here, since you told me you're coming, like you are very excited. So I could barely means what? Really, hardly contain myself. And yes, شايفين الحاجة الوحيدة الجنرال الوحيدة اللي هو writing an email اللي أنا ممكن I can start with and. I can start with what? With and. Of course, yes, I will. فأنا I go for what? And yes, I have already ordered my thoughts. يعني ايه I have already ordered my thoughts? I have already, I'm sure about, I mean, the plan I'm going to just put in order to what? In order to, when you come, you never feel bored or anything. You got the point? So order my thoughts. وعندي يا شباب كده كلمة order my thoughts يعني I planned what we're going to do together. You got the point? طيب يبقى الحاجات دي يا مستر احنا we need to study. Samples of conclusion. Anyway, I hope this gives you some idea about us here and that you're مش عارف ايه. Anyway, now you know all about how I spend my free time. Maybe when you write, you could tell me what you do in yours. واحد تاني يقول لي يا مستر anyway, do write back. Full stop. I miss you like crazy. Expression حلو جدا. I can add it in the conclusion. You got the point? Yeah, this is the email writing يا رحمي. Right now though, I have to reply to the unanswered text in my kick account. Ciao. You got the point? يعني I'm going to show you by the end of the class. One of the students, I marked her email writing. She got like 15 out of 16. She wrote this conclusion. This is what I want people to do. You got the point? What you choose, somebody else would choose something different. You understand? We don't have to choose the same thing, right? But these are the things that you need to what? That you need to study. Then let us go here, for example, helping someone in trouble. And that's an A-star response. يلا يمين 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 يا حلا. Would you read the question please? Go ahead. When you were on your way home.
When you were on your way home from school recently, you saw someone who needed help, and you decided to help. Write an email to a friend about what happened. In your email, you should explain why the person needed some help, describe how you helped them, and say what the person did later to thank you.
Okay, I don't need to tell you now يا شباب. I don't need to tell you. Like, this question is important to read. I mean, this part is question to read, okay? Very important to read. And then, of course, the bullet points here, they are indispensable. And disregarding one of them put you in real trouble. It would put you in a real trouble. فلو سمحتوا, ال 3 bullet points need to be covered. خلاص? Mister, what does that mean? Does it mean I need to what? To assign a paragraph for each bullet point? If you could do this, please do it. طب Mister, can I join 2 bullet points in one paragraph? I mean, I don't recommend it. I don't recommend it because it means what? That you haven't developed the paragraph pretty well. That's something very important. And you haven't created a scenario. اقسم بالله انا بقول لكم اهو اللي هيجاوب على البوليت points as if he's answering what a question in a grade 4 or 3. It's going to be what? It will never take you anywhere. That will be taken against you. فما ينفعش يقول لك say what the person did later to thank you. Later he called me to thank me and I was very, I mean, that's very naive. That's very naive. You need to create a scenario. تعالوا نشوفوا السيناريو اللي احنا we've created. يلا يا مستر. يلا يا مارك. السيناريو, I think the problem is do we have to follow the points in sequence? No, we don't have enough to follow the points in sequence, that's for sure. لا خالص. لكن أنا بقول explain why the person needed some help. Of course, it has to come first, okay? So here there should be what, a sequence in a way or what or another. You got the point? Mister, should we write the same number of words? No. We don't have to. We don't have to يا سيف. لا مش للدرجة دي. طيب. تعالوا نشوفوا بقى يا مستر قلنا ايه هنا بقى. خليني بقى اقرا بسرعه لان احنا عايزين نخلص النهارده ايميل ارتكل ريبورت. خلاص كده. لسه الورقه فيها ريفيو فهوبفولي احنا وي كان دو ات. خلاص. فتعالوا هنا يا شباب just a second بس I need to remove this screen. اوكي. جينا هنا حضراتكم في الايميل. thanks galore a lot. نعرف نقولها ولا لا؟ if you want to thank somebody. والسمري طبعا يا مارك. طبعا. Thanks galore. Thanks a lot for your last email you sent and the $500 for my birthday. واحد يقول لي مستر ايه علاقتها ما فيش حاجه خالص غير ان انا I'm trying to create what? A connection, a personalized connection with the person that I'm writing to. This meant the world to me. ده idiom خدناه. You won't believe the ad interest. What happened to me yesterday? So don't go for like, for example, last week. يعني last week, I don't recommend. But yesterday, okay, a few minutes ago, it's okay. You got the point? وبعد كده ايه؟ Mister, do we need to write PEE paragraph for a poem analysis? Cambridge? لا خالص لا. This is the first language حبيبي. طيب I'll spill the beans to you. حلوة قوي. بدل ما واحد يقول لي ايه I'm gonna tell you about what happened. You understand what I mean؟ فعادي جدا يا شباب ان انا اقول ايه I'll spill the beans to you. idiom جميل. وبعدين بلاش واحد يبدا يقول لي ايه يا مستر انا هبدا هنا explain why the person needed some help while I was walking. يعني that's the point. Whenever you are talking about narrative, please you need to start this way. It all started when I was. يعني it all started. This is how we start the narrative. How we start a narrative. One of the ways, right? It all started when I was going home after Mr. Khalifa's nerve-wracking exam. Adjective محترم. Difficult exam. Okay? So I was going home after Mr. Khalifa nerve-wracking exams. حد يقول لي يا مستر if I wrote difficult is it okay؟ طبعا I don't mind difficult. لكن كمان انا I mind very much انك انت تستخدم لي hyphenated adjectives like well known, nerve-wracking, widely spread. Widely spread is not hyphenated, but anyway, use hyphenated adjectives like these. Nerve-wracking like what? Difficult or worrying exams. وبعد كده ايه؟ شايفين كل حاجه يا مستر هنا ايه؟ فيها personalization. You still remember that. Don't you كلها personalization. I was like dragging my feet home. بدل ما واحد يقول لي I was walking home. بدل ما اقول I was walking home يا شباب يا بنات. يا احمد يا ايمن يا علي يا محمود. I was like dragging my feet home. انا بجرجر رجليا للبيت بالعافيه يعني ماشي بالعافيه. Till بدل ما اقول I spotted a blonde girl with a ponytail. It seemed she was sobbing and breathing heavily. Okay, well, she was crying. She was crying and breathing heavily. Instead of saying she was crying. يا اخوانا بصوا على الاكسبريشن اهي. ادي الاكسبريشن اللي انا عايز الناس تستخدمها. Sobbing and breathing heavily. طب وبعدين عملت داش. الداش دي بدل الفول ستوب. ليه؟ لاني بتكمل في explanation. I thought it was Jana till I approached her. حد يقول لي دلوقتي approached is a bit formal. معلش مش مشكله يعني a formal word in the middle of informal it wouldn't affect the whole thing, right? طيب وبعدين يا وعد they were ما بين انا I thought it was Jana لكن هي طلعت بنت تانية. they were like فاكرين الاكسبريشن ده اللي خدناه قبل كده two peas in a pod. They were very similar وكانهم twins. anyways حلوه transition word جميله. It makes me shift from one sentence to another. It seemed she forgot her inhaler and her pocket money at home. inhaler عندها مشكله في البريذنج يا شباب. عندها مشكله في البريذنج وهي عشان كده احنا قلنا ايه she was breathing heavily. واضح ان نسيت الانهيلر and her pocket at home. I can't tell you how sympathetic I felt at that moment. Okay. ايه اللي حصل هنا يا مستر؟ انا I tried to use كمان مستر another personalizing sentence. I can't tell you how sympathetic. يعني it was a pity to see her in that condition. You got the point؟ طيب وبعدين يلا نكمل. يبقى انا هنا يا مستر I covered what explain why the person needed some help. طب وبعدين is there any difference between anyway and anyway؟ لا بس anyway is more like slang. okay but it's acceptable. يا رحمي. طيب بعد كده عندي ايه يا مستر تاني؟ بغطي النقطة الثانية يا مستر، بغطي النقطة الثانية اللي هي describe how you help them. having a heart of gold. شايفين دي؟ أنا استخدمت إيه هنا؟ اللي ده دايما بقول لك عليها يا مارك. vary your what? your sentence structure. يعني ايه يا مستر؟ عايز تقول ايه؟ عايز اقول يا حبيبي ان انا مش ضروري يبقى في subject verb subject verb subject verb وجملك كلها متشابهه. ابدا لي بالبريزنت participle modifier. مين اللي having a heart of gold؟ مين اللي كان عنده قلب حنين طيب؟ I in a blink of an eye. مستر ممكن احط كوما هنا وكوما هنا يا مستر؟ طبعا as an non-essential. طبعا you still can do this. بس انا ما حطيتش ليه؟ عشان انا عندي هنا كوما between what يا ابني؟ البريزنت participle اللي هو اللي اسمه participial phrase. دي اسمها participial I'm sorry اسمها participial participial phrase. خلاص كده. وما بين ايه؟ I. يبقى انا بقول having a heart of gold I in a blink of an eye. واحد هيكتب لي in a blink of an eye، واحد تاني هنا واقف يقول لي لا يا مستر I quickly. هو غلط؟ لا طبعا مش غلط، لكن انا كاكزامينر I will appreciate more in a blink of an eye. Remembered the money you sent me. شفتوا بقى؟ شفتوا بقى الريليفنس؟ شفتوا هو قال ليه هنا الماني بقى؟ ها؟ عشان هيحتاجها هنا، عشان هيحتاجها هنا. I remember the money you sent me and found my hands in my pocket and impatiently dashed to the nearest pharmacy. Oh my God. مستر ايه بقى قصة found my hands in my pocket؟ لقيت ايديا في جيبي على طول بقى. انت راجل كريم. You have a heart of gold. You got the point. فانت لقيت ايديك في جيبك على طول and impatiently without wasting a second dashed instead of like what? ran quickly to the nearest pharmacy. The best moment was that. خلوا بالكم يا شباب. The best moment, the worst moment في الايميل تكتبوها كتير قوي. Was that she grinned warmly when seeing me come back with an inhaler. يعني ايه grinned يا مستر؟ smiled. يعني ايه يا مستر smile؟ There was، عايزين تكتبوها كده، there was a smirk on her blushed face. You understand the point, right? Warmly when seeing me come back with an inhaler. Yes, قول لي يا ابني. Somebody wants to ask a question. warmly يعني نظرة فيها دفء، ابتسامة فيها دفء يا نواف. You got the point؟ طيب. That really made her simmer down. ده خلاها ايه؟ simmer down يعني ايه؟ تهدى. To cool down, to calm down. هي كانت بقى يعني to tell you the truth. شايفين يا اخوانا دي؟ ده اللي انا عايز الناس تفكر فيه. Personalization. To tell you the truth, her smile made me over the moon. ايه دي خدناها عادي جدا، بسيط جدا. I thought I knew her ages ago. انا حسيت ان اعرفها من زمان. وبعد كده رحت عملت ايه تاني؟ insane. ها؟ حاجه انت مش مصدقها، حاجه كده يعني مجنونه ان انا كاني بعرفها من زمان. ها؟ Can I do this in an email? Yes, that's the personalization. وبعد كده في ايه يا مستر تاني؟ تعالوا نشوفوا بقى ايه. انا عايز اشوف النقطه الثانيه اللي هي say what the person did later to thank you. بدل later he thanked me and I was very happy. I mean that's very naive. ده سذاجه ما بعدها سذاجه. right؟ خلاص كده naivety. That's not the end. شايفين السيناريو اللي انا عملته؟ That's not the end. That's not the end. وبعد كده ايه that's not the end؟ explain. فبدل ما احط فول ستوب يا شباب انا عايز to explain، يبقى احط الداش. She asked me for my phone number and it didn't take much time when she called me thanking me and inviting me to have dinner with her dad and mom. وبعدين ايه تاني يا مستر؟ Without a moment of hesitation. بدون تردد. I agreed. خلصنا كده؟ Scenario. Then the conclusion. I have to dash now to get the Gucci shirt. Thanks for your money. وبعد كده ايه؟ اياك تقول thanks for your money because this is a sentence, a complete sentence. اما تحط لي داش او تحط لي فول ستوب او تحط لي سيمي كولن. It seemed it saved 2 lives. الماني that you sent saved 2 lives. ايه هي 2 lives يا مستر؟ Your life and the girl's life. So far, okay? LOL. LOL. Can we write LOL though it's a slang? Yes.
No.
You can write. Yes, tell me.
Wait, mister, didn't you say slangs are not allowed?
No, I mean, look at this one. Here is okay. Here is okay. With this informal email is okay. Maybe you might write a more serious email, a more serious, topic, but that's okay. That's okay. Hooray is okay. Hi is okay. You understand what I mean? If you write a word or two once or twice in your email, that's fine, but not too much. But not too much. You got the point? طيب يبقى this is a Mr. 1. Are you still sure? Because it seems informal. لا, that's fine, of course. Huh? That's fine. That's fine. Abbreviation not allowed. We're in slang abbreviation not allowed. What's slang abbreviation يا ابني؟ يعني what's slang abbreviation? لا, that's fine. I mean, when you write you and you write it this way, that's not acceptable. That's for sure not acceptable. You got the point? That's not acceptable. احنا we say يا شباب hang out. Hang out. We said it's a slang. So don't write it. But if you write it once in a blue moon, I mean, that's fine. You got it? يعني في يا شباب شوية resilience. خلوا عندكم شوية resilience. في شوية مرونة إلى حد ما. لكن مش هتملها لي كده بقى وتقول لي بقى I'm just texting my friend. لا. We don't have to do that. خلاص كده؟ لا طبعا يا يوسف يا محمد اهو شوف بقى اللي احنا هنتكلم عليه يوسف محمد بيقول لي باي ذا واي ممكن اكتب لا طبعا بي تي دبليو لا طبعا you cannot do that. لكن انا يو طبعا دي كلها اللي قال محمد عبد العال قال لي ايه مهند عبد العال you for you this is not acceptable طبعا yeah exactly يا رحمي this is not acceptable. خلاص كده انا عندي contractions طبعا instead of like what you are and I don't recommend you are go for your you got the point go for I'll go for would have been in what يا شباب in an email writing. لكن بلاش لا يعني بلاش عشان كده الله يخليكم عشان ربنا يكرم. Then يلا جاي an international food evening an A-star response. Who's going to read the question please? يلا who's going to read the question? Rahmi maybe? Go ahead.
Yes. Last week, your class held an international food evening for the whole school to come to. Write an email to a friend telling her about the international food evening. In your email, you should explain how you hope to arrange the international food evening. Describe what happened on the evening. Say why it was so successful.
And I want people, please, I don't want to go back to these bullet points, okay? Just read it again silently, please. يبقى international food evening. Write an email to a friend about this and then explain how you helped arrange the international food evening. Describe what happened on the evening. Say why it was so successful. Ready? يلا يا شباب مع بعض كده. وبدأ كده ايه؟ Dear Joe, I was over the moon. حد كان كاتب لي ايه؟ دير محمد يعني بلاش البيج نيمز لو سمحتوا بلاش البيج نيمز دير خديجه I don't mind that much بس عشان يبقى ايه لما تيجي تعمل اندنتيشن هنا الاندنتيشن ما تبقاش طويله قوي يعني you got the point right؟ طيب يبقى بدل لوجين دير لوجي ما she's your friend right؟ طيب I was over the moon when I got your email today. حلوة جدا و I was over the moon يا مستر idiom جميل. Hope both you and Jane had fun in Dubai. حد عايز يقول لي احط idiom تاني had a blast يلا. I thought I'd drop you a line. Idiom about the international food evening we held at school last week. حد دلوقتي يقدر يقول لي مستر انت مش hold the meeting مش المفروض تبقى فورمال لا يا حبيبي ما في حاجات انت you cannot control it. You got the point right؟ يبقى مستر that's an introduction relevant حلوه ما فيش مشكله خالص فيها. طيب عايز اغطي النقطه الاولى تاني هرجع لها explain how you help to arrange the food evening event. As you know يا شباب we have been experimenting with different cuisines for months. اهو as you know personalization we have been experimenting we started in the past and we're still doing it till now with different cuisines for months. وبعدين خلصنا دي مستر كان اد كوما هير لو يو ادد كوما يبقى انت عملت حضرتك كوما سبلايس وكوما سبلايس يا ساره يا مجدي كارثه سودة كارثه قلنا الكوما سبلايس از وات از حرام وعيب يبقى يا مستر وبعدين هعمل سيمي كولن ليه بقى لان both of them are closely related. I researched the recipes. مستر واحد دلوقتي هيقول لي مستر انا حاسس كده ان ريسيرش شويه فورمال يعني يعني if you have got like what a lighter verb than that, you can do it, but that's fine for me. It sounds boring, but trust me, personalization, it's pretty interesting. I looked up, I looked for. لا بلاش looked for الله يخليك. Look for, you look for something physical. You got the point, Nawaf? لكن look up a word in a dictionary, for example. Scroll, I mean, like what? You can go for what? The word scroll, maybe. Research, حلوة قوي, ما فيش مشكلة. As our class was the senior batch, احنا خلاص في grade 12, it was mainly up to us. Idiom. Looked into, حلوة قوي يا رحمة. The boys decorated the main hall, while the girls and Miss Fatima cooked everything. We had a blast. We enjoyed it to the max, to the fullest. And for the first time in my life, I actually felt useful with spatula. عارفين المغرفة؟ أول مرة أطبخ، يعني أنا أول مرة أطبخ. It is fun. It is fun. You got the point? يمكن انا الباراجراف ده مش احسن حاجه، بس انا بالنسبه لي till now it's a start. Till now it's a start. There is no mistake. You got the point? طيب تعالوا نشوفوا بقى السيناريو اللي عمله للنقطه دي. Describe what happened on the evening. يلا كده مع بعض. The event. The event was held in the afternoon and everyone came. مفيش مشكله خالص. Can we not use حد مهند قال لي ايه in the last sentence can we not use and فين يا بنتي؟ And for the first لا انا عايز اقول لك على حاجه يا مهند حبيبي، مهند حبيبي. This one is non-essential. لازم تبقى عارف non-essential. The sentence can go without. That's why I set them off by what? By 2 commas. لا عادي جدا. عادي جدا. اوكي؟ طيب. بعد كده عندي ايه؟ The event was held in the afternoon and everyone came. There were different dishes like the gelato, كيميتشي. عارفين الجيلاتو اللي ايس كريم؟ كيميتشي حاجه كده زي كوريان ديش. تشيكن تيكا and what and lamb chops قطع لحم. They were so bizarre and weird. Bizarre means what? Strange. Less common vocab عايزها. And weird. I was scared and I was scared. ما هو هنا في سو يا مستر صح؟ في ايه اللي محذوف هنا يا مستر؟ في that. But I don't need to add what that. يبقى it was so, or they were so bizarre and weird that I was scared to even taste one. Even though I helped to make them. خلاص كده؟ I helped to make them على الرغم. وده يا مستر هو he is trying to be what? To be hilarious. عايز يبقى funny هنا يا شباب. طيب. The highlight of the evening حلوة جدا لما تلاقوا حاجات كده فيها descriptive narrative كده يا شباب. Please go for what? The highlight of the worst part of what I liked most about كده يعني. The highlight of the evening was the paper bags we gave out. Gave out دي يا مستر informal phrasal verb of distribute. Why you ask me? شايفين personalization? Why you ask me? انت عايز تسألني ليه صح؟ Well, people started throwing up. Throwing up بدل ما اقول كلمة ايه يا مستر؟ Vomited. Vomited double T, right? Vomited double T يا شباب ولا 1 T? Vomited. You got it?
No, I'm 2 M's, not 2 T's.
2, right?
2 M's, not 2 T's.
2M, right? I'm sorry. Vomit 2M? والله العظيم بجد.
Yes.
طب would you check please؟ معلش check please. I doubt it. يبقى throwing up, vomited 3 seconds after they tasted the dishes. After they tasted what? The dishes. وده يا مستر it is funny. للإكزامينر it's funny. الأكل
Mister, it's only 1 M and 1 T actually.
الله
There's
أكبر.
no 2.
أيوه بالظبط كده حبيبي الله يخليك. أيوه كده. This is how I feel it is. طيب يبقى throwing up 3 seconds after they tasted the dishes ورحت عملت ايه exclamation mark. Okay. That was an exaggeration. okay that was an exaggeration. أنا ببالغ شوية. It is acceptable to do that. وبعدين راح عمل لنا ايه؟ Only 3 people puked. Puked means what يا مستر؟ Vomited. يعني ايه؟ Threw up.
استغفر.
You got it? I, Saeed, and Rima. you will find the full story on Noor's Facebook wall. I mean that's يا مستر ايه كمان personalization. Just don't embarrass me with your comments. Okay, في كوما هنا مفروض يا مستر دي كمان personalization. يعني this is how we create a good scenario, a funny one. You got it, right? طيب ايه تاني يا مستر؟ ايه تاني يا مستر؟ تعالوا نشوفوا النقطة التانية بقى الأخيرة اللي هي ايه يا مستر؟ اللي هي say why it was so successful. Why it was so successful. Overall the event was a success. يا اخوانا لو قلت لي the event was successful acceptable. لكن لما تقول لي the event was a success that's an idiom. Which is good. Everyone applauded our efforts. واحد تاني يقول لي everyone appreciated our efforts. And surprisingly, nothing was wasted. Everyone in our class got credits. And Ms. Fatima was practically walking on air. واحد يقول لي بدل practically can I go for literally? Go ahead. Walking on air means what? On cloud 9. She was very happy. She even said a travel and tourism trip to Salalah is possible. She will take us to the trip. Pray for it, okay? I have to rush now, but don't forget to check out my latest post. Bye or ciao and love, Amina. You got it? يبقى here يا مستر I covered what? I covered the points in a very appealing way to the examiner and to my what? And to my reader. تعالوا نشوف بقى very quickly without wasting time. This one. Losing something very important. Okay, who's going to read the example, the question, please, together with the bullet points? Who's going to do it? Who's going to do
Can
it?
I do it?
Yalla, go ahead. Yalla. You recently.
You
Yes.
recently lost something quite small but very important. Write an email to your friend about the incident. In your email, you should describe where you were and what you lost. Describe how you felt as a result of this loss and explain how you've dealt with the problem. The pictures
problem.
above may give you some ideas, but you are free to use any idea of your own.
Okay, thank you very much. And of course, as I said, we don't write less than 180. يعني بلاش ال 150 دي يا اخوانا. بلاش حد يعمل لي 150. طيب تعالوا كده بقى يا شباب نقول ايه. Dear Reem, sorry I didn't reply sooner, but yesterday was totally jinxed. يعني بص يا مستر هنا بس في كومه هنا missing اللي هي هنا يا مستر. You agree with me or no? ها؟ كومه fanboys. امتى يا مستر؟ if I have got a complete sentence here and a complete sentence here. هنا طبعا يا مستر a complete sentence وهنا كمان yesterday subject وهنا يا مستر verb another complete sentence. You got it? What does it mean? But yesterday was totally jinxed. Can you miss it? كده يعني it was my bad luck. You got it? So that's what my yesterday was totally what? Jinxed. Let me tell you, شايفين personalization يا شباب. Let me tell you about my tragic day that بصوا الايد يا اخواننا اهو على طول بشتغلها كده. That scared the living daylights out of me. يعني it was appalling. It was frightening. You got the point? يبقى يا مستر scared the living daylights out of me. يعني يوم كان يعني مفزع بالنسبه لي. You got it? A very good introduction. ليه يا مستر؟ ليه يا مستر؟ هو الموضوع يستحمل كده ولا مستر؟ You lost something. طبعا يستحمل جدا. طيب أول نقطة إيه يا مستر؟ Describe where you were and what you lost. يلا كده بقى. Yesterday, I woke up a good 20 minutes late. شفتوا بقى كده time مع minutes. A good 20 minutes late. بلاش 20 minutes late. يبقى a good. افتكروا كلمة a good. معايا يا شباب؟ طيب تعالوا كده بس. شوف هنا كده. واقول ايه يا مستر جست شكر يبقى a good ل 20 minutes late. For a start حطيتها between two commas يا مستر لان انا essential. يعني ايه for a start؟ عارفين بالعربي كده خدتوا في العربي دي اللي هي ايه؟ بادئ ذي بدء. والله ما اعرفش صح ولا غلط بس كده يعني. For a start and had to run to school on an empty stomach. مستر idiom طبعا ده انا ما خدتش الفطار بتاعي. واحد تاني يقول لي without taking my breakfast. او انا اقول لك لا لكن on an empty stomach is even better. It was when انا بحب الحاجات دي يا شباب. when you telling something it was when I stepped into the class بدل ما تقول enter the class. yes Miss منى let me in after the usual lashing. مستر هو انا عملت ايه هنا يا مستر؟ انا برضو عايز اعمل personalization. البيرسوناليزيشن انا عايز ابقى funny. yes Miss منى let me in after the usual lashing هنا معناها ايه؟ punishment. ها لو بتكلموا على مدارس معينه يعني ايه ضربتني ولا حاجه يعني ضربه خفيفه كده. anyway it's punishment. yes Miss منى let me. ما اكيد مس منى ريم she's aware of this. ففي كونكشن يا اخوانا بيحصل في الباراجراف بشكل غير طبيعي. I remembered about the history test after the recess. I remembered. بصوا هنا بقى. I remembered about the history test after the recess after the break. So when the recess bell rang, I rushed فين يا شباب؟ I rushed to the cafeteria with my notes and diary of course. يعني I never part with my diary. أنا عمري ما الدايري معايا في كل مكان. خلاص كده؟ ما هو دي المشكلة بقى اللي حصل. ما هو عايز يغطي بقى السيناريو. بص ماشي ازاي يا مستر؟ describe how you felt as a result of this loss. right؟ طيب أنا بتكلم أهو. Sorry, what did you lose? يعني what did you lose and what was the result of this loss? فأنا ماشي with my notes and diary of course. Unwittingly, I nodded off in the cafeteria. Unwittingly, without feeling it. أنا ما حسيتش بنفسي. I nodded off. يعني إيه I nodded off يا مستر؟ ها؟ fell asleep. You understand what I mean? يعني إيه؟ A short cat nap. يعني غفوة. خلاص صغيرة كده. In the cafeteria and woke up late again. No sooner. انتوا عارفين no sooner عاملة زي ايه؟ عاملة زي not only. استخدامها طبعا. No sooner عاملة زي not only. بعدها ايه يا مستر؟ had وبعدين subject والmain verb. No sooner لم أكد had I regained my sanity. يعني ايه regain my sanity يا مستر؟ يعني يعني to become conscious. لم أكد ان انا ابقى في وعي تاني. than هو يا مستر no sooner معاها than طبعا no sooner. بصوا كده يا شباب. no sooner استخدامها زي not only وبعدها ايه يا مستر؟ than. هتستخدم hardly زيها برضو. hardly بعدها تجيب ايه؟ when. معناها ايه يا مستر دولة؟ لم أكد حتى كده يعني لم أكد ان انا regain my sanity. وsanity هنا معناها ايه يا مستر؟ consciousness. Then I let out a cacophony of scream. مستر ايه ما مستر انت ايه الكلمات دي؟ انا عايز اجيب less common vocab. I need to get a less common vocab يا هادي. يعني ايه cacophony of scream؟ cacophony يا شباب اياكم تنسوها. mixture of shrieking sounds. mixture of whatever harsh sounds. انا ايه اطلقت بسكريم يعني صرخت بعلو صوتي. and practically ran to the class. يعني very quickly ran to the class leaving behind my diary. خلاص كده. ما هو نام تاني في الكافيتيريا وهو خاف ان مس منى تعمل له لاشنج تاني punishment. فهو بقى ايه I let out. let out يعني اطلقت صرخه جامده قوي and practically ran to the class leaving behind my diary. يبقى this is the loss اللي هو his diary. طب بعد كده ايه يا مستر؟ ايه اللي حصل بقى؟ Describe how you felt as a result of this loss. هنجيبها هنا بقى. I went on my way home after school when I realized my diary. شايفين يا مستر؟ better use complex sentence. اهي دي يا مستر complex sentence. يعني ايه يا شباب اللي مش فاهم يعني ايه complex sentence؟ يعني فيها يا مستر dependent clause and independent clause. هنا عندنا في ايه يا مستر؟ في العكس. في هنا independent clause وبعد كده يا مستر when I realized my diary was missing that's dependent clause. وبعد كده اقول ايه؟ when I tumble to the fact. مستر ده حلو قوي الاكسبريشن ده. يعني ايه when I tumble to the fact؟ when I realized. افتكروا واحد هيقول realized وواحد هيقول لي في الامتحان when I tumble to the fact. يا شباب حتى اللي معايا هنا يا اخوانا لو حد معايا هنا for any reason يعني for يعني Oxford it is good for you but Oxford they don't have to write that much but anyway. When I tumbled to the fact that my life was on exhibition. يا لهوي على الاكسبريشن ده. يعني ايه when my life was on exhibition؟ انا بقيت كتاب مفتوح an open book for everyone. ده خلاص الدايري اللي انا فيها my secrets. So my secrets will be what will be revealed and disclosed. يبقى my life was on exhibition. ها؟ لما حصل كده يا مستر I panicked and ran back to the cafeteria in record time only to find an empty table. مفيش حاجة خالص. I suddenly got gripped by hysteria. يعني ايه got gripped by hysteria؟ يعني I was in a frenzy manner. I was in a mad whatever manner. You got the point. أنا اتجنن جنوني. Gripped by hysteria. And I was about to lose it when Ziad, our school's deafest boy, ودافيست silliest أهيف واحد عندنا في الدفعة, tapped on my shoulder. خبطني كده في my shoulder. And handed me the diary. قال لي خد الدايري بتاعك. The smirk. فاكرين smirk؟ smile. وسمايل هنا ايه يا شباب؟ yellow smile. The smirk on his face announced he had read it. السميرك on his face بتقول لي كأني بيقول لي أنا قريت اللي جواها. But I did a happy dance anyway. I did a happy dance. I was over the moon anyway. وفي الآخر خالص يا مستر أنا بقول له إيه؟ Don't worry. He promised to conceal all my secrets. Conceal means hide all my secrets for a bucket of chicken wings. مفجوع خلاص كده؟ يبقى that's what bribery. Bribery اللي means what يا مستر؟ رشوة. هو بيرشوه دلوقتي. And شايفين and اللي قلت لكم I can start with and in an email writing. I am prying into his secrets. يعني أنا بحاول دلوقتي إن أنا إيه؟ يعني to put my nose into his private affairs. أنا عايز إيه؟ ألاقي له نقطة ضعف أدخل له منها. فبحاول إيه؟ أشوف حواليه أي حاجة هو مخبيها. Prying into his secrets to keep him quiet. يعني كده بقى عشان إيه؟ to revenge. عشان أنتقم. ها؟ وبعد كده إيه؟ smart. ها؟ ودي يا مستر personalization كمان يا مستر. وبصراحة اتاد interest وكل حاجة. You got the point? Cheer أحمد or love أحمد or yours أحمد. Okay? يبقى this is what يا مستر. This is another good email. So please study these expressions as well. طيب تعالوا لي هنا بقى. يلا ناخد حاجة تاني لها علاقة بحاجة مختلفة شوية. حاولت أجيب لكم يعني إيه 4 emails مختلفين كتير. لما أقول losing weight response. لما يجي لك ايميل زي كده يا شباب. ها عارفين لو جاني ايميل زي كده انا احط في دماغي ايه اكسبريشن انا حافظها يا مستر. ايه هي الاكسبريشن يا مستر؟ tune up my flappy muscles. الناس اللي حافظاها اللي بادئه معايا. ايه تاني يا مستر؟ be in the best shape. ايه تاني يا مستر؟ ايه تاني يا مستر؟ to be as fit as a fiddle. ايه تاني يا مستر؟ فكروا بقى ايه يعني لما تجي لكم حاجات زي كده يا مستر انا في اكسبريشنز يا مستر انا يعني I can't stop myself from what from using them. I might go for the word vegetarian. خلاص كده حاجات كده يا مستر when I summon them up I'll find them ready to what to put them on paper. Losing weight. Who's going to read the question very quickly? Who's going to read the question very quickly? يلا يا شباب. يلا يا ملك. When you start. You've just
received an email from a friend who is worried about gaining too much weight and wants some tips from you on how to lose weight.
يبقى فيها advice ولا لا؟ فيها advice كمان. يعني one of the paragraphs I need to what to advise him. You got it? طيب in your email write an email to your friend giving some advice. وخلوا بالكم يجوا حد في السمر رايتنج يقول لي advices تبقى وعيتك سودة. يبقى some advice pieces of advice some information pieces of information some equipment pieces of equipment. You got the point? Hopefully you understand. طب ايه تاني يا مستر؟ Explain what your friend could do to lose weight. ادي واحدة. Mention how to maintain a good health. ازاي تحافظ على صحتك كويسة. Reassure your friend. أكد له that the problem can be what? Can be solved. Okay? Let's read. يلا مع بعض. Very quickly. I was super excited. مستر super ضرورية. حلوة قوي. أحسن من very. To get your mail this morning. But I'm sorry to hear you're having trouble cutting down some kilos. استخدمت يا مستر phrasal verb حلو قوي. phrasal verb بدل ما اقول يا شباب اللي هو معناه ايه reduce You got the point? Cut down some kilos. You got the point? Somebody will say cut down on some kilos. طب وبعدين قلت له ايه؟ بدأت ايه؟ انا عايز اجيب النقطة الأولى معلش هنا. Explain what your friend could do to lose weight. يلا بقى قول له بقى. شايفين البداية يا شباب؟ يا بنات شايفين البداية؟ واحد يقول in order to lose weight you should. ده انت واحد بقى بتكتب سمري رايتنج بصراحة. يا بقى انت بتكتب سمري رايتنج. لكن انا بقولها له بشكل حلو قوي. اقول له ايه؟ Don't worry. I've been there and I know how you must be feeling. يعني ايه I've been there؟ عارفين الاكسبريشن اللي هو ايه؟ We are in the same boat. يعني بدل ما تقول كده ممكن تبقى more informal. يا سارة يا مجدي وتقول ايه؟ I have been there. يعني ايه I've been there؟ يعني I went through this before. I've been there and I know how you must be feeling. The best thing you could do is jogging just after dawn prayer. بعد أذان الفجر حضرتك بتصلي الفجر you go for jogging. You're an early bird. يعني ايه؟ انت راجل بتصحى بدري دايما. So waking up wouldn't be a problem for you. Dr. Salah once tweeted that an early morning run with a glass of honey water helps to burn the extra fat quickly. I tried it for a month and got rid of my extra tires. Extra tires اللي هي مستر fats. Fats. ورحت جايب هنا ايه يا مستر؟ استخدمت in no time اللي هو يا مستر time idioms expressions. You understand؟ حلو قوي. يبقى يا مستر I covered يا مستر the first one اللي هو يا مستر ايه؟ ها اللي هو ايه يا اساتذه؟ رحمي explain what your friend could do to lose weight. الثانيه mention how to maintain a good health. تعالوا كده نروح مع بعض. Once you start getting rid of those flabby muscles. flabby muscles اللي هي المسلز المترهله. عارفين flabby right? Once you get rid of those flabby muscles you should take. طبعا لانه هو advice فانا بستخدم should وكود وحاجات كده كتير. You should take meals on time. You should take meals on time. لازم تحدد وقت للميلز. And never eat irregularly. يعني ما ينفعش يعني لازم يبقى في عندك وقت محدد. I mean you literally have to give up being a couch potato. حلو قوي. يعني ايه couch potato يا شباب؟ ها؟ يعني stop being what؟ يعني following this sedentary lifestyle اللي هو بنسميه ايه بالعربي؟ بروطة. بلاش تبقى بروطة يعني. خلاص كده؟ To be lazy at midnight. I don't need to tell you. Personalization يا مستر حلوة قوي اهي. I don't need to tell you. The good what? Veggies. Wait a second. I don't need to tell you that the good veggies like vegetables and fruits can do to your body. Okay? So veggies means what يا مستر؟ Vegetables. ايه تاني يا مستر؟ الباراجراف اللي بعده. Reassure your friend that the problem can be solved. تعالوا كده يا مستر. Don't let it bug you so much. يا سلام على الايديومز الحلو. يعني ايه دي يا شباب؟ ها؟ يعني ايه يا سقمة دي؟ It could be what? Don't let it bug you much. يعني ايه؟ واحد تاني يقول لي don't be bothered about it. You don't have to be bothered about it. I would accept. لكن كمان this idiom which is an informal one is really better. You got it? Don't let it bug you much. You will be back in shape. You will be back in shape within a few days. Just make sure you try your best to follow a routine. Never skip meals. It's a warning. If Uncle Ahmed can trim down from 80 kilos to 50 in a month, you can do it too. حلو قوي. Trim down means what يا مستر؟ ها؟ Lose weight. زي ايه يا مستر؟ Slim down برضو كمان. ده كله يا مستر instead of saying what? Losing weight. I must dash now. Let me know how things go. Hugs, Rashid. You got it? يبقى this is what يا مستر what people should be doing while writing an email writing. احنا now يا شباب we are done with the email writing. We will shift now to the article writing. ها are you happy till now? الدنيا كويسة لغاية دلوقتي؟ Tell me. أحمد أيمن، أحمد عمار، فارس، حبيبة، هادي. Any questions till now? No questions? What you need to do, either you watch the recording a second time أو تاخدوا الورقة دي بالنوتس. أنا سايب النوتس، هعمل لكم saving للنوتس بكل حاجة. و you just what? Go through it.
Yes, sir.
عشان لما تيجي في الامتحان بقى تقول لنفسك انا فاكر الحصه دي اللي اداني مستر احمد، انا عايز ابقى كده في شويه اكسبريشن، بس انا I need to study them. لان لو انت حضرتك you study these expressions and idioms and personalizing phrases, for sure you will use many of them in the exam. Yes يا ملك, tell me. No questions?
Sir, how can I make my email more interesting in scenario?
Look at these لو سمحت. First, you personalize. Second, you use idioms. Third, you use expression that's funny. You understand what I mean? Then we said idioms, and of course personalizing phrases and being funny in some of the situations that you're writing about. It would add what? It would add interest, and it would make a very good scenario. You got it? What you need to do, ya shabab, there is nothing like I can say in words, but what you need to do is just to read a lot. Read what we have done today. Please read what we have done today. Or read an email writing, I mean like what samples of email writing that we've sent before, and you feel like it's an A star. Read a lot and please try to what? Try to memorize some good idioms, okay? Thank you very much. طيب تعالوا كده الارتكل رايتنج. في الارتكل رايتنج ممكن يجيني proposal, building a factory for example. Building a factory in the neighborhood. Some people are with and some people are against. And as I said, and I always say, لو سمحتوا, unless you have an article writing very clearly stated this way, اتكلم على advantages and disadvantages of something. I mean, in that case, you can go for what? Two-sided. Like one body paragraph for, one body paragraph against. طب يا مستر, if I went for one-sided, I don't mind as well. لكن most probably هيجي لك موضوع you can go for one-sided. خليك one-sided. You don't have to go for two-sided unless you don't have enough ideas about what? About the one-sided. وعندك ideas, عندك مثلا two different ideas or two opposing ideas about the two-sided, فتكتب واحدة for, واحدة against, or against for. It doesn't matter the sequence. The sequence doesn't matter that much. طب تعالوا نشوفوا لو عندي proposal of building a factory in our neighborhood ممكن يبقى شكله ازاي. جاهزين يا شباب؟ يلا. Almost every country. أنا هنا ما بدأتش يا شباب بريتوريكال question، لكن بدأت بست phrase أو general statement. Set phrase or general statement. أقول almost every country in the world is industrialized or gearing towards industrialization. أي بلد في العالم إما إنها بلد صناعية أو gearing towards، أو يعني إيه، عايزة تدخل في الصناعة، يعني عشان طبعا the individual's income, right؟ عايزة تدخل في الصناعة. دي بالنسبة لي أنا يا مستر topic sentence general statement أو set phrase حلوة جدا. طيب our local council، واروح قايل كده our local council has decided that a factory is to be built near the neighborhood. انا بمهد للموضوع، يعني بيقول ان في فاكتوري، الكونسل بتاعنا مجلس المدينه بتاعنا قال ان احنا عايزين نبني فاكتوري to be built nearby the neighborhood، جنب المنطقه اللي احنا عايشين فيها. طيب بعد كده خلاص يا مستر، دي برضو جنرال ستيتمنت. هبدا من هنا الثيسس هبدا الثيسس ستيتمنت. ايه هي الثيسس ستيتمنت يا مستر؟ عايز اقول ايه؟ ان في some people are with and some people are against، or والله في some people are against لكن I agree، or some people are with لكن I disagree. You got the point? That's thesis statement. Yep, tell me.
Sir, can we write two sides if the question says write your views?
حبيبي انت كل الارتكل رايتنج هتلاقوا ايه؟ your view، يعني هتلاقي your view. وبقى انا بقول لك your view ده ادعى ليك انك تكتب one sided. يعني فهمت ازاي؟ لما اقول لك giving your view، انت شفت في سؤال ارتكل رايتنج ما فيهوش giving your views تحت؟ كله في giving your views. طلع لي ارتكل رايتنج من 2019 لغايه دلوقتي ما فيهوش giving your views، كله في giving your views. ده عارف معناه ايه لو انت تفكر فيها؟ يعني ايه giving your views؟ هو بس انك انت تروح رامي رايك كده في الاخر وخلاص يعني، ولا ايه؟ يعني انت لو فكرت فيها يعني لازم يبقى opinionated. You got the point, right؟ لكن ومع ذلك ان انا بقول you still can write يا شباب two sided، مفيش مشكله. بس when we write two sided you don't need to write your opinion in the introduction. You write it only in the conclusion. طب يا مستر انا لو سمحت مستر انا عملت في الانترودكشن، معلش دي غلطه ولا مش غلطه؟ انا I wrote in the introduction general statement او rhetorical question وكتبت thesis statement على those people who are against و I included my opinion ورأيي أنا وبس عملت two sided عادي جدا as long as in the thesis statement does not include only your opinion فعادي جدا مفيش مشكلة. You still can do it as two sided. You got the point? لكن better still I will say if you write your opinion in the introduction it means you will go one sided. But if you don't write it in the introduction you will go two sided. It is only in the conclusion that you need to include your opinion. You got it? طيب تعالوا نشوف الثيسس ستيتمنت اتعملت ازاي يا شباب. ها جاهزين؟ ادي الثيسس ستيتمنت. يبقى يا مستر من هنا لهنا بصوا كده من هنا لهنا انا هسميها ايه؟ ثانيه واحده بس I just remove the screen. من هنا لهنا يا مستر انا I'm gonna write what؟ يبقى دي اسمها ايه يا مستر؟ اسمها set phrase or general statement. طبعا ممكن تبقى rhetorical question. طيب ومن هنا يا مستر لغايه هنا ده كله يا مستر thesis statement including your opinion. طب تعالوا نشوفها كده. A vast majority of انا لسه قايل لكم الحصه اللي فاتت ايه يا شباب؟ اياكم تنسوا الجنراليزيشن. صح ولا انا غلطان؟ A vast majority of people. واحد يقول لي يا مستر ممكن احط تايم فيكسر هنا nowadays؟ طبعا still can do this. Mister, can I add time fixer? You still can do this. Believe that building a factory is a beneficial addition to the area.
أستاذ نقدر نستعمل تايم فيكسر مع الجنراليزيشن؟
طبعا a majority of people وتعمل هنا تيجي هنا تعمل كده تعمل كوما تو كوما وتقول nowadays أو these days up to you. يبقى إيه كان non essential right? Believe that
ونقدر مثلا نبدأها من الأول يعني؟
عادي جدا almost ممكن أبدأها هنا. برافو عليك. Today comma you got the point. يعني خلينا نبقى يا شباب ريزيلينت الله يخليكم، خلينا نبقى فلكسبل قوي، يعني بلاش نعقد الامور رايت. طيب however I do not concur means what? I do not agree. ايه يا مستر ده؟ ليه طب ليه ما اقولش disagree وخلاص؟ ما يا ابني less common vocab شكرا. طب هو هيمشي ازاي يا مستر؟ لان هو حط رايه هنا على الرغم ان هو he mentioned and stated the other point of view لكن حط رايه هنا وقال لك انا خلاص انا هروح one sided. طب تعالوا نشوف ال one sided. First and most importantly the factory will cause air noise and land pollution. هقول لكم على واحد النهارده بصحح له الارتكل رايتنج، اقول على اسمه بلاش اسمه، وراح جه هنا عمل لي بدل ما يعمل لي توبيك سنتنس دي توبيك سنتنس راح عمل لي ايه؟ قال لي ان يا مستر ان الفاكتوري has might beget a number of let us say harms. بالنسبه لي انا يا ابني it is very general. This is بالنسبه لي انا general، ما تنفعش topic sentence. التوبيك سنتنس لازم تبقى more specific than the thesis statement. You got the point؟ طيب anyway يا شباب انا عايز اقول ايه؟ اول توبيك سنتنس اهي ان cause air noise and land pollution. وبعد كده ايه يا مستر؟ يبقى دي توبيك سنتنس خلاص. وبعدين خليني اعملها كده بس عشان الناس تفهمني. يبقى from here يا مستر till here this is what يا مستر topic sentence. طب وبعدين فين الelaboration يا مستر؟ starting from here. We cannot expect to build large factory without them releasing harmful gases and dumping their waste on our land and into the lakes. دي ايه يا مستر؟ دي حضراتكم elaboration. And I explain more elaboration. طيب وبعدين starting from here as a result these pollutants will pollute the air we breathe in and intoxicate the water and drink. Okay. وايه تاني كمان؟ This in turn will cause contamination, تلوث of local farmlands and ultimately cause many health problems. ايه يا مستر ده؟ حضراتكم ده consequence. This is how we build a paragraph, a body paragraph like a pro. انا عايز الناس تفكر كده. طب تعالوا نشوفها كده تاني بشكل بسيط. يبقى اول حاجه يا مستر توبيك سنتنس، الفاكتوري will cause air, noise and land pollution. اشرح اهو. We cannot expect to build a large factory without them releasing harmful gases and dumping their waste on our land and into our lakes. Consequence. As a consequence or as a result or as a matter of consequence or ايه تاني؟ ergo. These pollutants will pollute the air we breathe in and intoxicate the water we drink. This in turn, another consequence. But this is consequence number 2, will cause contamination. Contamination means what, Mr. Pollution of local farms and ultimately cause many health problems. You got it? But this is how I write what? A good body paragraph. طب التاني هيبدأ بتوبيك سنتنس تاني يا شباب. Another topic sentence. التوبيك سنتنس تانية تبقى فيها فكرة تاني. Moreover, building a big ugly factory in our lovely locality will ruin its beauty. الفكرة الثانية انها it will ruin our what? Our خلينا نقولها هنا يا مستر. This is topic sentence number 2. Topic sentence 2. Topic sentence 1. انا عايز to elaborate. يبقى عايز يا مستر ايه؟ هعمل لها ايه؟ elaboration وبعدين consequence. جاهزين؟ يلا. فين الelaboration يا مستر؟ اهو. Not to mention the fact that the empty land is where the children in our area play during evenings and weekends. خلاص كده؟ Not to mention. Wait a minute. Is it a complete sentence? Not to mention the fact that the empty land is where the children in our يعني ممكن elaboration in a way or another. تعالوا هنا كده يا مستر. If it is no longer available اللي هي this space, they might roam around the nearby places without anything to do. خلاص كده؟ وبعد كده and devil will surely find work for idle hands. وبرضه دي يا مستر elaboration. انا مش لاقي consequence لغايه دلوقتي على فكره يا شباب. يعني مش لاقي consequence صريح. بس anyway يعني and sure devil will surely find work for idle hands. Idle hands means what يا مستر؟ lazy hands. يعني they have got nothing to do. انا ممكن اضيف يا مستر اقول ايه؟ as a matter of consequence. انا ممكن بس دي شويه يا مستر يعني ما ظبطتش قوي على فكره. انا بتكلم على ruin the beauty as a matter of consequence. many let us say many residents will have to travel to the outskirts of the city to bask in a quieter whatever atmosphere. واحد تاني يقول لي a quieter ambience. You got the point? وكأن دي يا مستر قد تكون يا مستر الكونسيكونس لقصة بقى ايه؟ ان it would ruin our beauty. You got the point? معلش الباراجراف ده بعافية شوية بس it's fine. It's not bad but it's fine. طيب عملنا دي يا مستر وخلاص عملنا 2 topic sentences. نقول ايه to sum up. I think building. وقلت يا شباب انا بقول من دلوقتي انتوا رايحين الامتحان خلاص الاسبوع اللي جاي، بدل I think في حاجة اقوى منها. هقول to sum up. اعملها كده to sum up. It is حاجة من اللي احنا خدناها my unwavering credence عشان يبقى في less common vocabulary right. Credence that the factory وتكمل عادي جدا يبقى شكلها احلى شوية صح. The factory needs the yep tell me.
ينفع نستعمل مثلا to sum up in my opinion؟
ما عادي ما انا بقول ايه بدل in my opinion و from my point of view اللي هي يعني every candidate will write them. احنا we need to be what to stand out from others. You got the point? عايزين يبقى it is what it is my unwavering credence, it is my strident contention that the factory near the place where we live would rob us of. بصوا يا شباب الجملة دي حلوة قوي would rob us of هيحرمنا of calm and quiet safe region that we all know and love. حلوه جدا على فكره as a complete sentence. واحد تاني يقول لي يا مستر معلش، ولو حصل كده يا مستر، يعني انا بقى بفترض ان انا عايز اضيف suggestion، اتكل على الله. It is high time our local council let us say reconsidered the decision of building this factory, okay, and stopped اللي هو الكونسل disregarding people's demands. يعني انت عندك الحريه انك انت تلعب كده، العب كده خلاص كده. فيا مستر ايه اللي انت عملته دلوقتي؟ انا كتبت لكم حضراتكم it's high time اللي هي suggestion followed by what يا مستر؟ past verb. شايفين الباست verb؟ past verb. وعادي جدا I can what suggest this way. You understand؟ الدنيا لغايه دلوقتي clear or not clear؟ طيب تعالوا نشوفوا ايه يا شباب. ها بصوا كده if you want to reflect on that. تعالوا نشوف موضوع تاني يا مستر. hosting a sports event من الموضوعات المهمه جدا. hosting a sports event disastrous for the country. disastrous for the country. حلو قوي التايتل. انا بقول حلو قوي التايتل، مفيش مشكله. بدانا بايه يا مستر؟ هنبدا بجنرال ستيتمنت تاني. يا شباب. in recent times. ها مين عايز يقرا؟ بقي وجعني. مين عايز يقرا؟ who wants to read؟ يلا يا مدحت. read first يا مدحت فقط. read first اللي هو الجنرال ستيتمنت او السيت فريز. go ahead. يلا يا.
In recent times, a significant number of unique countries has stepped up to hosting some of the major international sporting events all around the world, including Egypt. كمل.
This is what هتسموها ايه يا شباب؟ دي set phrase. طب تعالوا نكمل دي. يلا يا ملك اعملي الثانيه دي بقى. دي بقى اللي هي الثيسيس ستيتمنت. يلا يا بنتي.
It would surely increase the national pride and profile of sport in the country. However, I do not believe that we have the necessary resources to host such tournaments yet.
يبقى نعملها ازاي يا شباب؟ معلش يا شباب. ها يبقى نقول مع بعض. يبقى نمبر 1 sorry نمبر 1 يا مستر this is set phrase or in other words بنسميه ايه يا شباب؟ general statement. وهنا يا مستر starting from here دي thesis statement. يعني ايه thesis statement يا مستر؟ يعني what is the issue is all about plus own opinion. يبقى انا عرفت هنا ايه most probably انا اروح one sided. طب if I مستر I went for balanced or two sided عادي جدا على فكره. لان انا بقى هنا في contrasting in a way or another. Mark. Yes يا Mark. Tell me.
Sir, can the introduction just be my opinion and that's it?
Yeah.
Without
yes,
a thesis statement?
Even if you write your opinion, you might write a rhetorical question يا Mark. والrhetorical question it has part of the argument. You got the point? So you can write only your opinion. I understand what you mean. معايا؟ طيب يبقى starting from here يا مستر انا بدات يا مستر here the thesis statement. قلنا it would surely واستخدموا الله يخليكم اياكم تفكروا في حاجه غير كده. الحاجات دي الادفيربس دي لازم تستخدموها في الارتكل. surely undoubtedly. ايه تاني يا حلا؟ undoubtedly unequivocally undeniably irrefutably. فكروا فيها يا اخوانا. لازم تفكروا في كده. increase the national pride. حاجه طبعا يعني ايه فيها برايد للبلد. and profile منظر البلد قدام العالم ايه of sport in the country. however يعني ايه؟ انا مش موافق. I do not believe that we have the necessary resources to host such tournaments yet. طيب تعالوا بقى نشوف. احنا بندور على ايه دلوقتي يا شباب يا بنات؟ topic sentence elaboration consequence. جاهزين؟ يلا. First of all, the finance, the money, which is required is immense, huge. It costs billions and billions of dollars for the changes in infrastructure. طبعا لازم تغير البنية التحتية، تبدأ تنشئ كباري ومباني وحاجات. Roads. Infrastructure when hosting such tournaments. Elaboration يا مستر. The reality is that at present we do not have enough sources to pool such colossal capital. Pool means what? To raise, to collect. ما عندناش ان احنا colossal means what يا مستر؟ huge. Capital money. احنا ما عندناش القدره ان احنا نلم الفلوس دي to fund it, to finance it عشان امول الحاجات دي. In my opinion, taking a loan may not be a feasible option. Feasible means what? Practical. Viable. مش اختيار صحيح. As it will further increase the debts of the country. طبعا ده هيعمل ايه؟ the debts of the country. واحد يقول لي معلش يا مستر، معلش يا مستر، هو انا مش ممكن كنت عملتها كده؟ هقول ممكن يا مستر، ممكن اقول يا مستر بدل in my opinion ممكن اقول ايه؟ as a matter of consequence. as a matter of consequence. ممكن اقول يا مستر ايه؟ pooling this colossal، افتكروا يا شباب، colossal capital or money might result in let us say might result in let us say حاجه كده يعني ايه، unprecedented. افتكروا الادجكتيف ده يا شباب، precedented debts that might lead. بصوا انا بعملها ازاي، حاجه كده معتمده على حاجه، lead to the downfall of our let us say staggering economy كده يعني. بصوا يا شباب انا عمال ايه، اجيب حاجه ورا حاجه ورا حاجه. هي دي فكره الباراجراف يعني. دي يا شباب فكره البودي باراجراف، انك انت تقول توبيك سنتنس محترمه، تقول ازاي اعمل لها الابوريشن. على فكره الاكسبلانيشن والديتيلز والاكزامبلز والكونسيكونس دي كلها يا مستر a way to develop and support the paragraph. وفاكرين هقولها ازاي؟ هو كده يا مستر، فاكرين الهامبرجر ستايل؟ هي عامله زي البرجر ستايل، حاجه بتعتمد على حاجه بتعتمد على حاجه بتعتمد على حاجه. والله لو احنا we kept for example we added an extra taxes on the residents, okay, that might lead to what to for example deteriorating the living standards of those people, that might indulge our country in endless or unprecedented. انا قلت الادجكتيف ده يا شباب، unprecedented يعني غير مسبوقه، unprecedented debts. والديتس دي طبعا كفيله انها تعمل لنا ايه؟ downfall لاور ايكونومي. لو عرفت انت تعمل كده يا حبيبي، الناس اللي بتقول لي يا مستر انا when I plan انا ما بعرفش اكتب ايه و I spend a lot of time planning، لا، انت فكر بس في توبيك سنتنس، والتوبيك سنتنس تقول ايه اللي يترتب عليها. طب انا عايز التوبيك سنتنس اعمل لها الابوريشن يا مستر، لو في اكزامبل ولا حاجه، ولا او اكتب جمله 2 كده بس اشرحها، وبعد كده اقول ايه اللي ممكن يترتب على الشرح اللي انا عملته. طب ايه ممكن يترتب على اللي ترتب على اللي قبل اللي ترتب عليه كده، يعني ابقى بفكر كده وبتيجي معايا. You got the point؟ لكن خليك براكتيكال. وطبعا you need to bear in mind كل حاجه احنا قلناها على الفورماليتي اوف يور ريجستر. انت هنا بتكتب ايميل، واضح ان الايميل ارتكل رايتنج، واضح ان الارتكل رايتنج ده اوف سيريس نيتشر، فلازم حاجاتك تبقى ايه؟ الفوكابيولري فورمال، ولازم to get or to use some less common vocab. يعني بدل ما اقول ايه harmful which is fine قول detrimental، حلوه. بدل ما اقول يا مستر collect or raise قول pool. بدل ما اقول money قول capital or fund. بدل ما اقول fund ممكن اقول finance. بدل ما اقول practical قلت feasible، قلت viable. لازم تفكروا بالشكل ده. طيب تعالوا بقى ايه، خدنا الاولى. الثانيه بيقول ايه؟ another problem that may arise اللي ممكن تنشأ. Due to this is the detrimental effects، الآثار الharmful اهي harmful effects on our culture and religion due to this event. يمكن انا دي حاسس انها ايه يعني ايه فيها تكرار due to فبلاش منها يعني on the second thought and I'm just gonna when I proofread it خلاص مش عايزها. الفكره الثانيه يا مدحت، الفكره الثانيه يا انتوني، الفكره الثانيه يا سما والله ده ممكن ياثر لو احنا we are hosting sports events in our country، ممكن ياثر على الكالتشر بتاعتنا، على الكالتشر بتاعتنا، وممكن ناس تجي لها كالتشر شوك. يعني ايه؟ شايفه الناس جايه من اوروبا ومن البلاد المتقدمه دي وبتاع مش عارف ايه، واحنا مش عايشين يا عم، ايه اللي احنا عايشين كده يعني. ففي in a way culture shock، فدي ممكن يبقى لها detrimental effects on our culture and religion. The influence بعد كده ايه؟ دي topic sentence semester، خلاص دي topic sentence تمام. topic sentence 2 بعد كده elaboration. قلنا ايه في الelaboration؟ بصوا كده في الelaboration. The influence from people of different parts of the world may lead to the adoption of foreign culture and values. انا اقول ايه؟ انا عايز بقى البس زيهم، ففي adoption، انا عايز اتبنى الفورين cultures and values. طيب لو انا عملت كده بقى ايه اللي بيحصل لليونجسترز؟ خلوا بالكم لما تيجي تستخدموا youngsters adolescents young people youth، ايه تاني يا شباب؟ teenagers. as a result ايه اللي ممكن يحصل؟ we may possibly accept their ways and views to be more superior to the long-lasting traditional norms and customs. احنا ممكن نقبل طرقهم في الحياة، وممكن ده يؤدي الى ايه؟ negligence or disregarding our what? our long-lasting اللي احنا اتعودنا عليها traditional norms and what and customs. واحد تاني يقول لي يا مستر it's not enough. طيب this might lead to what تاني يا مستر؟ لو احنا عملنا يعني ايه superior to our long lasting traditional norms and customs، ممكن نعمل comma which may in turn let us say spoil and ruin the morals that parents spent most of their lives to instill in the little minds of their children. انا ممكن اقولها بالشكل ده يا شباب، يعني العمليه متاحه ليك انك انت تبقى flexible but provided that انك انت you don't deviate you don't digress. ما تروحليش بقى تكتب لي بقى كلمات هايفه وتكتب لي جمل تحس انها informal. hopefully you understand. وفي الاخر خالص قلت له ايه؟ in conclusion although يلا يا مارك tell me يا مارك.
Sir, should we use idioms in article?
يعني when I say a drain on our resources، ما هو ده idiom، لكن مش هستخدم on cloud 9. يعني احنا ربنا ادانا عقل يعني رايت، فاهمني يا ابني؟ مش هقول we had a blast زي الايميل رايتنج، لكن في idioms معينه، في phrasal verbs by the way. يعني all if you consult your uncle Google for phrasal verbs، دايما يقول لك الفريزال verbs دي يا مستر reduces formal cut down or cut down on is informal. لا عادي جدا. انا I'm writing يا شباب سكول ماجازين ارتكل اللي هو ساعات كتيره جدا ممكن يبقى سيمي فورمال، ساعات كتيره جدا it depends on the what on the seriousness of the topic. فساعات جدا عادي جدا استخدم الفريزال verbs في السكول ماجازين عادي جدا. ف you don't have to be what that let us say rigid about it، يعني be flexible كمان. خلاص طيب in conclusion although hosting an international sporting event could be economically beneficial for the host اللي هو الهوست country البلد المضيفه، it is شايفين دي يا شباب it is my contention. يعني ايه contention يا مستر؟ اللي مش عارف belief. It is my contention that for our country it may not be financially viable. يعني لسه قايلين النهارده viable. Viable means what يا مستر؟ Feasible, practical. And
Sir,
if yep, tell me.
This is a report or article?
Article writing. This is an article writing.
Okay. So sorry for coming late because I was in the restaurant.
No, it's okay. It's okay. يلا هنعمل ريستورانت ريفيو عشان خاطرك انت. خلاص؟ طيب you got the point? And even if we did, يعني even if we did, يعني ايه even if we did, even if we host the Olympics ولا حاجة, our culture and traditions, traditional ways of life may be at risk. ما هو may be at risk يا أستاذ مارك is an idiom. You got the point? أنا عملت هنا إيه في الكونكلوجن يا شباب؟ أنا am just I summarized together with what? With my opinion. Together with what? Restating my opinion. واحد تاني يقول يا مستر can I go for stating my opinion and I could suggest like starting with should or it is high time وبلاش السمري. You still can do this. It depends on your mood then at that time of writing the email. انت تحس ان اللي انت كتبته يا مستر لا انا عايز اعمل opinion without referring to what I mentioned in the two body paragraphs together with what after stating my opinion and I need to what to just suggest. For suggest I can say what like a message I want to what I want to direct it to, for example, people in charge in our country, like what we shouldn't host such sporting events for the sake of what, for the sake of our living standards and for the sake of what of let us say our country's welfare, prosperity. الرخاء بتاع بلدنا البروسبريتي بتاعها it will never prosper and we have a lot of debts that we have to pay off. You got the point? حاجه كده يعني انت عندك الحريه يا اخوانا، بلاش حد يعني ايه to stick to or adhere to something and he doesn't want to deviate، مش عايز يخرج من الحدوته دي. You still can do whatever you like. Hopefully you understand. معايا يا شباب؟ طيب جينا هنا يا مستر قلنا يا مستر ايه ده يا مستر؟ My teacher warned us from using an idiom فين؟ using an idiom فين؟ مهند using an idiom فين؟ in an article writing. ليه ما at risk is an idiom. A drain on our resources is an idiom. يا انا عايز اقول لك على حاجه كمان يا بص حبيبي. It's a very sensitive area اللي هي the register formal and informal. It's a very sensitive area. فما تقوليش والله اصل somebody warned us not to use idiom. لا ده يعني لا يا اخوانا، ما انا هوريك idioms كتيره هنا يا شباب. هوريكم idioms كتيره قوي في لا مش الدرجات يعني. ده انت كمان يا شباب. انا دايما بقول للاولاد ايه، انت if you feel like the idiom that you're gonna use is clearly informal, you still can use the idiom between two quotation marks. وطبعا before it and after it لازم يبقى formal يا مهند، لازم يبقى formal. فهمت ازاي؟ ليه انت حطيت الكوتيشن ماركس يا ابني؟ يعني مثلا هقول ايه يا مهند؟ يعني هقول لك يا مهند ايه؟ لما اقول لك ايه؟ احنا اتفقنا على ايه؟ coast, an arm and a leg. طبعا this is informal. طبعا لو حطيته لي between two quotation marks واقولها ايه يا مستر كده؟ اقول مثلا يا مستر it is clearly. بص انا بقى بجيبها ازاي؟ ايه رايك اجيبها لك هنا تحت؟ ها هقولها كده يا ابني. it is clearly evident that hosting such let us say colossal sporting events is or let us say forget about is coast, an arm and a leg. Okay, so why our local council still insist on let us say insist on hosting such let us say unnecessary احنا قلنا events هنا ولا حاجه؟ unnecessary let us say ممكن ناخد حاجه غير unnecessary whatever occurrences، يعني حتى لو قلت events. the point is انا عارف جدا و I am aware جدا ان coasting an arm and a leg it could be replaced يا مهند by what? A drain on our resources. خلاص كده؟ يعني عبء جدا على دخلنا. انا I understand this pretty well يا حبيبي، لكن I can use it، وطبعا it's an idiom، ومدرك تماما ان this one is informal. But if you look at the first part here يا مهند، شايف هنا يا مهند انت you cannot tell me it is what? It is informal. It is formal, right? وهنا
Yes.
it is formal. وحاجة تانية يا مهند which is very important يا حبيبي، see this one quotation marks here. الquotation marks أنا as if I'm telling my examiner إن أنا I am acutely على فكرة formal aware that it is an informal register. You got the point?
Yes, I got it. Actually, the informal one we using the friendly register.
Exactly. فده point is what؟ فانا بقول للراجل ان انا عارف ان كوست ان ارم اند لاج از انفورمال، لكن انت ساعتها في الامتحان انت ما جاتش على دماغك اللي هي a drain on our resources. واحد تاني يا مستر ممكن اجيبها بشكل تاني يا مستر، يعني suffer economically، يعني ممكن الناس تفكر باي يعني any other option any other alternative which is fine. You got the point؟ طيب فهنا يا ابن سكول يونيفورم a mood killer. يا مريم يا فيصل would you read the question please؟ the question. يلا يا بنتي مريم.
Yes. Should school students wear uniforms? Are they old-fashioned? Are they your thoughts on the issue? Express your views and write an article for the school magazine.
So should the school students wear uniform؟ الحدوته كلها ايه عشان ما نضيعش وقت في ده، يا ترى نلبس يونيفورم ولا لا؟ هو بيقول لك كده. فهنا يا مستر انا حطيت تايتل سكول يونيفورم وبعدين داش a mood killer. Your title if it is suggestive فانت you are a great student. يعني ايه suggestive؟ يعني انا حضراتكم قريت a mood killer يا استاذه لجين، انا عملت a mood killer يا هادي يا هلا يا حلا. انا كاكزامينر اقول يبقى حلا she's against wearing a uniform. طب حضرتك you don't want to what? To show which side which party you are siding with، سواء ده او ده، وعايز الاكزامينر ما يعرفش من البدايه. فتيجي هنا تقول ايه يا مستر؟ تقول ايه؟ داش او تقول كولن وتعمل كده ايه؟ a blessing or a curse. واللي يكتب تايتل يا اخوانا وممكن تبقى question mark على فكره. البيج ووردز كابيتال لتر. طيب واحد تاني بدل a blessing or a curse يقول لي ايه يا مستر؟ يعمل يو سكول يونيفورم ويعمل كولن ويكتب ايه؟ فاكرين دي؟ the curator's egg. يعني ايه curator's egg؟ يعني تحتمل الاثنين yes and no, advantages and disadvantages. You got the point? Or if you want to tell your examiner انك انت رايح one sided من الاول قول له a mood killer. بصراحه يعني حاجه مش حلوه بالنسبه لي قوي. طب تعالوا كده بقى يلا هنبدا هنا بريتوريكال question. يبقى two more the three previous article writing that we've done or the two I don't remember بدانا بجنرال ستيتمنت وبعد كده ايه thesis statement. تعالوا هنا نبدا بايه؟ Am I the only one whose self-esteem is offended by having to appear in exactly the same attire every day in school or to school؟ يا ترى انا الوحيد اللي احترامي الذاتي ممكن يعني انا حد يعني ما يخلينيش احس ان انا محترم by having to appear in exactly the same attire. Same attire means same يا مستر way of dressing. You got the point? Same attire every day to school. انا الوحيد اللي بحس ان انا I'm not happy with. يبقى يا مستر ده على فكره انا personally I like rhetorical question بصراحه، لكن general statement حلوه جدا كمان. You understand this one؟ يبقى يا مستر ده يا مستر rhetorical question زيه زي ايه؟ general statement او set phrase. وبعدين thesis statement تبدا من هنا. hardly ده generalization. hardly يعني تقريبا ما فيش. rarely. hardly does. لسه بعد hardly لازم اعمل inversion. طبعا ما ينفعش تقول لي hardly anyone، لا تقول لي hardly does anyone او hardly is anyone على حسب عندك ايه. hardly does anyone deny. تقريبا ما فيش واحد ينكر the plain fact الحقيقه الواضحه that wearing uniforms to school is an idea of behind the times. تقدر يا مهند دلوقتي تقول لي behind the time ده ايه يا مستر ما ينفعش احطه في الارتكل رايتنج؟ لا طبعا. behind the times حاجه موضه قديمه and I am no exception. وانا متفق مع القرار، يعني فهمت ازاي؟ وانا واحد منهم. You got the point right؟ طيب.
Yes, I got it.
يلا انا عايز واحد تاني بقى، ناخد مين تاني؟ ناخد هادي. يلا يا حبيبي read the introduction once more لو سمحتوا. go ahead.
Am I the only one whose self-esteem is offended by having to appear in exactly the same attire every day to school?
Okay. self esteem اللي هو مستر self respect. تمام. وبعد كده ايه؟ رحنا عملنا ايه مستر هنا thesis statement plus what plus own opinion. هي مشكلة؟ hardly does anyone deny the plain fact. واحد يقول لي طب هو لو كتبت the fact حرام؟ plain fact احنا يا ابني. You got the point that wearing uniforms to school is an idea of behind the times and I am no exception. طيب تعالوا نشوفوا بقى body paragraph number 1. يا مهند your mic please. body paragraph number 1 he started with the topic sentence. Yes يا حالة tell me.
I read it.
يلا اديني بقى يلا يا بنتي the topic sentence. قري لي بس topic sentence.
Okay. The prime disadvantage of wearing school uniform to school is how it makes us seem obsolete.
ايوه بس obsolete means what يا مستر؟
plain boring.
You got it؟ obsolete يعني ايه؟ outdated. بس outdated للماشينز ولا الحاجات كده، لكن obsolete هنا old fashioned. معايا يا شباب؟ يبقى دي يا مستر topic sentence. يلا تعالى يا مستر ازاي how can we provide elaboration and consequence. It is crystal clear that زيها زي ايه يا بنات يا شباب؟ It is فاكرين؟
As clear as a pikestaff.
brainer. سوري خلينا اكتبها هنا عشان ما حدش يتلخبط. It is a no brainer. لا مجال للشك that schools will not bother changing their uniforms twice a year just to go along with the what?
Sir,
with the vote.
Sir, can you explain again, please? Because for a few minutes my parent called me.
حاضر. It is crystal. أنا قلنا إيه؟ The prime disadvantage. Prime means what? The main. Disadvantage of wearing uniforms to school is how it makes us seem obsolete. تخلينا كده يعني تحس إن إحنا يعني كلنا لابسين نفس الحاجة كده يعني. It is crystal clear.
Yes, sir. The word of obsolete means the old thing.
Exactly. بالظبط كده old fashioned. كلنا لابسين واحد. خلاص. It is crystal clear that schools will not bother changing their uniforms twice a year just to go along with the vogue. Vogue means what? Fashion. Nevertheless, ومع ذلك, some trend enthusiastic students, for example, would enjoy deciding on their own style of clothing at all times so as to express themselves. في طلبة يا شباب اللي هم very enthusiastic students هم متحمسين قوي ان هم ايه to look in their best shape. You understand? For deciding on their own style of clothing at all times so as to express themselves. The monotonous nature. Monotonous means what? The dull, the boring nature of the school uniform is a mood killer no less. واحد تاني يقول لي مستر على فكرة and I could have designed that paragraph differently. up to you يا حبيبي. up to you يا حبيبي. يعني واحد يقول لي يا مستر معلش how it makes us seem obsolete. ممكن ابدأها ايه؟ it is a no-brainer that when all students wear the same uniform that makes us I mean look the same. You understand what I mean? يعني that has to do with what? With being obsolete. You got the يعني you can support it this way or elaborate it this way. وبالتالي يا مستر مفيش هنا consequence يا مستر. طب لو انا هضيف consequence هنا يا مستر هقول ايه؟ هقول يا مستر يعني خلينا اضيف consequence. لو انا اتخيل ان انا هضيف consequence هقول ايه؟ this in turn may affect students' academic acquisition فيها سي صح؟ acquisition during school day. يعني انا اقصد اقول ايه؟ كم واحد يا شباب فيكم خلينا ناخدها كده بالبلدي كم واحد فيكم واحد تاني ممكن يلعب على فكره ايه؟ ممكن واحد يلعب على فكره ايه؟ والله يا مستر وانا في سنكم كنت لما ابقى لابس كويس ببقى مور كونفيدنت. لما ابقى لابس وحش بقعد اخبط في الكلام. انا كنت كده. في ناس كده. فانا اقصد اقول ايه؟ انا ممكن اجيب فكره دي ان انا people when they were given the chance to choose or to dress the way they favor or they have a strong preference to, they feel more confident. وابدا العب على الايديا دي. ف you have got the freedom to speak your mind whatever but based on the steps that we have dictated. You got the point? طيب تعالوا بقى نشوف another reason بقى topic sentence تاني الناس اللي مش واخده بالها. انا ما بحبش في الارتكل رايتنج body paragraph ان انا الاقي ايه moreover furthermore in addition. I don't like it. اتفقنا؟ هي one topic sentence how to develop it and to what to add whatsoever to what to support. Another reason why by the way this is a good way to start. Another reason why I lose this concept, why I hate this concept is because it simply squanders money. بص الفكره دي والله العظيم الولد اللي كتب ده بيفكر جامد قوي. يقول لك ايه والله ده السكول يونيفورم دلوقتي تعال انت روح للسكول يونيفورم يقول لك الكتب ب 12000 والسكول يونيفورم ب 15000. وده فعلا بتحصل يعني with my daughter with my younger daughter دفعنا 12000 لملابس. ايه ملابس ايه يونيفورم ب 12000 يعني you understand the point. بص هو فكر ازاي. قال لك another reason why I lose the concept is because it simply squanders money. يعني ايه squanders money wastes money. دي topic sentence عبقريه. طب تعالوا نشوف ازاي عمل لها elaboration. قال ايه it is a no-brainer. لو استخدمت هنا طبعا ما ينفعش نستخدم الاثنين. it's a no-brainer. it's crystal clear that وهنا it's no-brainer. but these outfits مش هقعد كل شويه اقول school uniform. these outfits ومره قلت attire حلو قوي يعني variety of vocabulary is what is required. these outfits are one of the major expenses. بعدين I need to explain يعني ايه one of the major expenses. فهو قال لك اعمل داش واكسبلين. sometimes more than the monthly fees. لا ده هعملها non essential. تخيلوا الاكسبنسز بتاعت السكول يونيفورم او الاوتفيت sometimes more than monthly fee بتاع الاكاديميكس that have to be borne. يعني parents have to bear to be born in order to attend a reputed private school. For example, this means that explanation كمان that the failure to afford a uniform انك انت if your dad could not afford the uniform, buying the uniform could be the reason why some students are deprived of quality education. بقى بدل ما يدخلوا this prestigious school they have to what to go to what يعني يعني a school of let us say modest quality. يروحوا بقى ايه سكول العاديه جدا يعني deprived of يحرموا من quality education. وراح في الاخر خالص قال ايه؟ انا هدي rhetorical question عادي يا حلا. yes. would it not be more beneficial؟ مش كان هيبقى افضل؟ شايفين الاف conditional second conditional لان ده hypothetical افتراضي. would it be not more beneficial if the money was invested for a tablet or a computer؟ يا سلام جميله. بعدين في الاخر خالص هيقول conclusion. to conclude I vehemently believe that the notion, the idea of wearing uniforms is primitive بدائيه جدا and needs to be shunned. shunned means what يا مستر؟ stopped, avoided, banned, underlying the fact that. وانا دايما بقول لكم انا بحب الاكسبريشن ده underlying the fact that معناها ايه يا مستر؟ هكتبها لكم هنا bearing in mind that they do nothing but drain our earnings. اهي يا شباب اهو drain our resources او drain our earnings بتفضي جيوبنا and blemish fashion. blemish fashion يا مستر يعني ايه؟ ruin fashion يعني بتضيع الفاشن. You got the point? And that's the end of what? And that's the end of the this article. Okay. I have to stop now. It's already late. Tomorrow in another class at 10 UAE time, 9 Saudi Arabia time. Okay? عندنا بكره كلاس تاني عشان نكمل الورك شيت دي. Thank you very much.
اوكي شكرا يا مستر.
يلا باي باي.
اوكي ما تنساش العطل.
باي باي.
ما تنساش العطل.
حاضر.
ماشي مع السلامة.
باي 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 مع السلامة.
سر